like trying to help me with my lipstick because I just put some on. I'm Michelle Murad, and we've got
Kyle Trueblood, yes,
who's also my
the
makeup
helper.
artist.
Yes.
And the lovely Miss Emily Ford. How are you?
Fabulous.
Yeah, I love
It's great. It's great.
it. I mean, how bad is it? Is it bad?
Yeah, just fix it. Just wipe it.
I mean, we're on live.
It's fine.
It's fine. We're on live TV. It's not about
Yeah,
me.
you're
It's about
good.
you.
She's
it's
fine.
about you.
Yeah.
Emily Ford, we've heard so much about you.
So
I've watched
much.
a lot about you, actually. First question is, you talk about the what. No one cares about the what. It's the why. I would love to know your why.
Oh, wow. Straight for it.
Ah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, my why has evolved and changed over time. When I first started in entrepreneurship, it was selfishly like, I want to be my own boss. And it took going through things to discover I need to have a deeper why that's going to make me push, that's going to make me go and make the call that could change it all, that's going to make me get outside of my comfort zone. And what I realized is that people are my purpose, my passion. And at the end of the day, like if someone says, this impacted me, you taught me this lesson, it could just be one moment. It could be for one moment. It could be for a whole season of life. Like my why at the end of the day is to help a man, a woman become better, become really help them understand how divinely created they are and how unique they are. And I want to help them live at a higher frequency, which is ultimately living in gratitude and happiness. Because then if they have children, or even if they don't, but they impact children, that will impact generations to come. And to me, that is absolutely everything. I'm on a mission to break generational curses. So,
I love that. Can we get like
Yeah.
snaps in our
Yes,
class?
some
That's
claps.
awesome. I love
that.
so much. You're okay, so you are touring the country, like you're motivating all these people. You also have a new show called It's Emily that's filmed here at Studio Place, which we're so excited about. Tell me what that's like for you. You know, interviewing people and sitting on a couch and I mean, I'm guessing you're really stepping into the Oprah chapter of your life now.
Yeah. It's so much fun. It really is. And I've had a lot of people, they're like, you're usually interviewed. How is this roles reversed? And I'm like, I absolutely love it because you can just sit with someone. Everyone has a story.
Right.
You have a story. And I just want to hear the stories. And I want to hear the real stories. It's like, yeah, there's statuses and there's great works that people have done, but what was the climb like? What did you have to go through? The real talk.
Yeah.
You know, how's the relationships during that time? What have you built? Where are you evolving? So it's just, it's surreal. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. And I believe wholeheartedly, like to much is given, you know, much is expected. And so I'm just trying to do it to the best of my ability and get better with every episode.
Well, you are doing amazing
great.
work. I've seen a couple episodes and, you know, watched some behind the scenes stuff. It's just, I mean, what was that where you were on stage and there were so many, it was like a virtual conference and just there was a power that just came through you that was like, it was more than you. It was like you were just being a channel, and it's so cool to see. I mean, like I got choked up when just like listening to it. And I mean, do you feel like when you're up there and you're giving those talks, do you feel drained afterwards? Yeah.
Many, you know, what you're talking about is like a keynote. And so that in that particular instance, it was, you know, during COVID. So we went more virtual. A lot of events are doing hybrid now. But I just got, you know, recently I was speaking in Miami and in a room. And what I do is really ask God to use me. And I allow that. You have to have a great deal of trust.
Yeah.
And I have my framework, but then most of the time it's not really me talking.
Yeah.
And to some people that might freak you out a little bit, but truly I believe I'm just the vessel, the voice, you know, and it's the most amazing experience. And yes, it is very draining in a beautiful way.
Right.
Sometimes we use the word draining and it sounds so negative, but what it is like, it's like I just ran a marathon.
Yes.
Right.
And that's how it feels. And I go back to the room from. And it's exhilarating simultaneously. It's very exhilarating, but I am an empath. And I know we probably have a lot of empaths watching this right now.
We do.
And you should never use that as an excuse. I'm also an outgoing introvert. So you put those two together,
I'm
and
exactly
you're going to
you.
need to recharge. Like we got to recharge like we recharge our iPhones, you know? And so it's like, don't ever use that as an excuse, because it's actually a gift, because you're able to touch people's souls, I think, even deeper, having that empathic spirit. So yeah, I just recharge. You just learn. Like after an event, and I was on the road, and I went to Miami, I went to New York, and I was like, oh, we should have knew this lesson by now. Because Emily doesn't do well with this. You need
doesn't do well with
you
it.
got to
I love the third person.
recharge.
I love it.
You know?
How do you recharge as an introverted empath / extrovert?
Yeah,
do you do
doing
that?
very feminine activity. So massages, going, to the ocean, meditating. For me, it's like a book and a good couch and some tea, and let's just drool. And I know it sounds funny.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, but it's just, I need time alone.
Yeah.
And even people in my life, they've come to know that, oh, she's just being alone today.
Yeah.
Let her be alone.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't love or want to be. It's just I have to recharge. So
Of course. Where was this?
this was in Las Vegas at the Worry Studios. It's the most insane studio. I can literally pull people up on Zoom by their name,
I love
call on
that.
them, do an intervention with them. It's one of my greatest mentors. He built this during COVID. So he pivoted with massive purpose, because he used to do events with 20, 30,000 people. And then it was like the world shut down.
Right. And he didn't shut down.
No.
I mean, just even this clip, I just got it pulled on my strings, and I feel like I'm choked up a little bit. Just just the power and you being a vessel, you can just see it and feel it, and it's just the real deal.
Thank you.
And I say this when I really mean it. One of my friends made fun of me. He's just like, you always compliment. I'm like, but when I notice something and a gift and a power, I make sure that person knows what they're
thank
doing
you.
is phenomenal.
Thank
and this
you.
is so awesome.
I appreciate that.
I am so inspired by you, and
Thank
so
you.
excited for your journey ahead and what's in store, because big things are happening for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It means so much.
Yeah, of
I received
course.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you should,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I know you have some questions.
Yeah, I do. So powerful, right? You're so powerful, and you're helping so many people. You spoke about not coming across, or being maybe mistakenly coming across with arrogance, and it's like, don't let that stop you. Move past. What is the difference, or the mode that you hit, so that people don't mistake that, or that it's not inhibiting, let's say me. I have something intense to say, something passionate to say, and I don't want to come across arrogant.
Yeah. I always pray for confidence, not arrogance.
Yeah.
Because there's two different things.
Yeah.
And also for grace. And it's, I always talk to God, whatever people believe, higher power. And I'm like, I'm always asking to be used and to be the vessel. And if you come at it from that way, I think it really will shut down arrogance. And there's also things that come into play, like who do you hang out with? There was moments in my career where I was like, this isn't who I am. And I checked my surroundings, and I'm like, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And I'm like, my values they're not, number one is not money, right? I love money.
Yes.
I love it. It's a great tool in the world. But, and so looking at things like that, but then also spending time alone every single morning, it really checks me and puts me into place of who am I? Who do I want to be today? And so it's that self-evaluation. I think the greatest leaders in the world have a great and tremendous amount of self-awareness.
Yeah. Are you a smoothie girl? It's a big segue.
A smoothie world?
A smoothie girl, yeah. Do you like smoothies?
I love,
you?
I like protein shakes.
Do you like a segue? Brought it back to the light side. No, I was wondering just because you have so much energy. Like, what's your diet like? Like, how do you get all that energy to get up there? And,
I am extreme. Like I not extreme, but I'm disciplined. Meaning I eat prana-rich like food, which are higher frequency food, and I look at my body as an athlete.
Yeah.
I do biohacking, anything you can do for, yes, anti-aging, but cellular health.
Awesome.
So I've been doing that for over a decade. Adaptogenic herbs, organic superfood protein. I cleanse on a regular basis. Like I use telomere support, which they're found at the end of your chromosome. So that's really a huge key to youth. I use nootropics. And so I am like, I know that if I take care of my vessel, I can go 10 times stronger, harder, I'm more confident. It's such a big deal to me to be like an example for all the areas of life and not just one area. Because if I'm standing up there like, let's make a lot of money and crush it, but I am not, physically sound, what kind of example is that?
Exactly. Your empty bucket. Right, that empty bucket in one area.
Yeah. The telomere support. I just want to touch on that for 2 seconds.
Yeah, let's touch on it.
The telomeres is what wears down in your cellular regeneration.
Very good. Yeah.
What is the support though? Because I know that only insulin has been known to actually help that.
There's scientific research with supplementation. For those of you that don't know, telomeres are found at the end of your chromosomes, and as you age, they get shorter and shorter
Like
until we.
almost.
Yes, and the more
aging is,
more environmental stress you have, toxic stress. That's why you see people go through it a lot in life, and they can suddenly age so much in 1 year because of trauma, things like that. And so, I use like an herbal supplement that helps support telomeres as well as like NAD and things like that.
I was literally just going to ask you if you use NAD.
Yeah.
NAD, what's that?
Oh, well, I'm going
what's
to
this
let Emily
acronym?
answer this.
Yeah, so it's a great, you could do injections getting NAD. Our viewers can go ahead and Google that. There's so many amazing studies coming out with it. But again, it's a biohacking, you can have a product, so you can take it in pill form. But I recommend as well the injection. So just like your vitamin drip, you can go somewhere and get NAD. And that's going to help slow down the aging process. All the benefits, they used it for people that were having like drug addictions, alcohol, things like that. And now they're finding like, oh my gosh, this is just really amazing anti-aging protocol as well.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
I love that. It's a holistic approach.
For
so that
sure.
way you can be of service, not only to yourself, but like, again, all these incredible people. And I love what you said, that you were a unicorness. Is that what you said?
I totally just made that up.
I love that. Can you put it on a mug somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's mug that out.
Mug it up. I love it. I want to be a unicorness. Can I be part of the
You
group?
can.
Okay.
You did, yeah.
It's so fun. I mean, like I watch your stories on Instagram, and you're just like constantly like giving food for the soul. Anyone that's watching can like walk away with something. And I love that, again, like authentic, you're showing what you're doing, like you're just showing your journey and your process, which is the power of social media.
Right.
And I'm a big believer in like following people that lift me up.
Yeah.
So you're definitely one of those people. But also looking absolutely stunning, like while you're lifting people up, which is so fun. Have you always been like a fashion girl too?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like I would wear lipstick even if no one's around. Like I just put myself together.
Yeah.
I've loved that.
Same.
And there's so much to be said just about what you're describing, and thank you for that.
Sure,
I
of course.
promised myself a long time ago. I'm like, I just want to be me.
Yeah.
And guess what? If you don't like me, then move on. I always say move on, crouton. Like just
Move
keep
on, crouton.
I'm like, just
I
keep on
love
moving.
that. You need to mug that too.
We need to mug that too. Okay.
Move on, crouton.
And it's just
That's your next show.
that is my next show. That would be hysterical.
Move on, crouton.
would-
I'll help
yes.
you produce it.
Oh my God. But I think so many of us try to copy other people. And it's like, there's things about you that make you quirky, that make you
Yes.
unique, that make you you. And it's like when you live and you just do you and you don't edit yourself 24/7, you live at a higher frequency.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's just where I'm at.
Love it.
Like, I don't aim to please.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love that so much.
The uniqueness is a superpower in a sense.
Yes.
Yes,
what's your
unicornness. Unicornness.
Your uniqueness. What would you say your superpower?
You know, we could go many different angles. I
Right.
think it's my ability to just not, I don't want to say this the wrong way, but like just not give a F. And I mean that in the most beautiful way of like, I'm doing me. I'm on my mission. I'm like the racehorse. I've got the blinders on.
Yeah.
And I just have this ability to be like, you do you, boo, I'll do me. And
Yeah.
you know, just the littlest, slightest things, like when we're talking about health, you know, I'll go to a restaurant and get my clean food and take away the bad or whatever. And I don't care what anybody else thinks.
Yeah, right.
They're not eating it,
Right.
you know? And same, if we go to a deeper level of life, there was a time in my early 20s when I started to find success in business. And I had a few people say like, hey, I think we should tone it down on like the faith card.
Really?
Yeah. And they
Wow.
were like, can I just give you some advice? And I was like, I appreciate that. I do. I really do. Because I love people that tell me what they think, of course. But I was like, I'll take that, but I'm not taking it. Like, meaning I'm not going to follow what
Right,
you have
use
to
it.
say. And that's what I mean about not giving an F. It's like, I listen to my heart. I follow my heart because that's always the best way. And I feel like I attract the right people because of it.
That's great.
Everything you're saying is everything I believe. So I love all of that.
Oh, you got 'em already.
Since
Okay.
since you don't give an F, but I don't either. But I'm a recovering people pleaser. Here we have a red flag. You have a red flag by you, I believe.
Yes.
Whether you're in a relationship or not, you can play this game. So everyone at home that is watching, or if you're streaming from your bathroom, or hopefully not driving your car and streaming, but you can listen. We're gonna
Streaming
pull.
from the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never know where they are.
Hey.
No judgment.
To each
This
his
is
own.
no judgment zone.
Bring the computer.
I thought I came up with this game, but apparently I didn't. But we'll pull a card
Yep.
and we're gonna learn more about each other, whether or not
gotcha.
this is someone you would date or maybe associate with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you my first red flag.
What's your first red flag?
Streaming in the bathroom.
Is it a red flag?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I love streaming in the bathroom. I listen to. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I like to bathtub it up and stream.
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I was thinking of other
Just don't
activities.
go on Zoom in the bathtub.
Oh, yeah.
That's
no,
where I'm
I
at.
had a chick do that once. We were on a Zoom call, and I was like, turn off your camera. I'm like, honey, you need more bubbles or turn off the camera?
You need more bubbles. Wait, you were able to see stuff.
It's the honey.
Oh,
thing.
no.
It's the honey.
We were
thing.
on a straight up business call. And I always say you can do it from anywhere and we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
coach
yeah.
you.
Right.
And I was like, whoa, Nelly. I'm like, we got like a full show here tonight. And I was like trying to call her. It was crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
No, it's
No, it's good.
hilarious. I love it. So you're gonna pull the.
You want me to pull one?
Yeah. I love it, honey. You need more bubbles.
Honey, you need more bubbles.
Honey, you need more bubbles.
Great. Huh. The perfect communicator.
Whether it's somebody
Would be-
you would date.
Ooh, I love this.
I love this.
Yeah, talk to me.
Right?
So I feel like I'm not perfect in any which way, but I communicate a lot. I don't know if I would want the perfect communicator. If that makes sense.
I see where you're at. Like he's like,
But
no. Let
is
me
he
just...
perfect for me? See, this is where the red cards get it wrong. Like I put
Right.
it like in like asterisks, like perfect for you or just perfect in general. Because I want to talk to everyone.
Do you
Like,
have any-
actually, I talk to everyone. Who am I kidding?
You talk to
I should
literally.
just stop. I'll just
Yeah.
stop
It's a
talking.
gift of yours. No,
Thank
it's
you.
great. Like we're so lucky and blessed to have Michelle because like
Aw.
there'll be like people walking around on the street
Lucky
that
and blessed.
yeah,
That's so sweet. Really?
yeah.
That's really kind.
Yeah?
Okay. Oh, right. Sorry. Where'd it go? I'm like
Oh,
so
the
taken
paddle.
aback
It's over
by
there.
it.
It's
oh,
over there.
Yeah.
We have a
Everyone thinks
paddle
we're
that we have to
dating.
raise
my.
sometimes.
So, yeah. I
We're-
appreciate you.
You're welcome.
That's really sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is
It's
awesome.
safety measures. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Kai. That was really, I don't know. That was really special. Okay.
Can you think of any red flags just without
Off
the cards?
the top of your
Off the top of your
head?
head.
There's so many, right?
I mean, I listen, I love communication. And it's like, I believe when you're a great communicator, you can have a great relationship. And there's just no time for like the passive aggressive. Even in business, like when people are I'm like, oh, can you just please say what you mean and mean what you say? Like,
get to it.
Get to it.
I don't have time.
Right.
So this card, I'm all about this card.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to
Emily's
the
made
next
a decision.
one.
I love it. You want me to pull one for you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. What do we got?
We got a best-selling author.
That's awesome.
That's great.
These are not red flags. You think these are red flags?
If it was an insecure person sitting here, they might be insecure if they were dating somebody who was like having to self-promote.
Got it.
Because
Right.
some people, like I dated a guy once for like a short stint of life, hashtag mistake. Okay.
How long is a short stint?
I mean, it was short. It was just, but he
Short and
was,
stint, guys. Don't.
he
Poor guy.
couldn't, it was like, he could not handle a woman that lived in the spotlight.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. And
Big red flag.
And
Yeah, it's a huge red flag.
Huge.
Especially for her. Yeah.
And I think a lot of, especially, and you can speak for you, but for women, a lot of them come to me that they want to serve, they want to live their life out loud, and it takes a certain kind of man that's confident to be able to hold that power for her and hold that space.
Yeah.
And I see that a lot where women feel like they get put down.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I would say from a man, I don't even know if that's like a patriarchal thing. I think that's just a human condition.
Yeah.
When your partner is putting themselves in a public spotlight. Because I think I've had that with women where I'm like, oh, I've been in a few movies, and not huge, not like on a billboard.
You
but
have your own talk show. That's huge.
I'm talking about the past.
Oh,
but
sorry.
But no, even with the talk show, it's they've not so much reacted to the talk show, but more of like the actor life where they're like, oh, you're self-promoting, and there becomes a aversion to it.
Yeah.
Is that a red flag?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're mission driven and you're with someone who doesn't support that, it's going to affect your mission. And it also shows insecurity, I think.
Right.
Totally.
You know?
Fair. Facts. I love
Okay,
it.
my fellow unicorness, let's do one more, and then we have to let you go to your other show.
I was like, I could be here all day.
I would love that
guys
you
are
could
the
be
best.
here all day.
Love it.
Brings X to first date. I mean, come on, what? If a guy talks
That's
about
lovely.
their ex,
Yeah.
like literally, can we literally, when a guy talks, this is for all the guys at home. Never talk about your ex-girlfriend on the first dates. Like, it is a new chance to start and go out. I've gone on dates where the guy would just be like bashing his ex. I'm like, I'd be bashing one after the next. And I'm like, the one thing they have in common is this dude.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I was like, so this is a red flag.
You're the denominator in this whole thing.
He's the common denominator. I was like,
They're stuck in the past.
they're stuck in the past.
Yeah, like maybe tell me about that down the road.
Yes.
Right. But your baggage right now
But
is...
day one,
Make it about me, yo.
yeah, make it
Tell
about.
him,
I
man.
love this.
Okay.
Make it
Tell him.
about me.
Yeah.
Yo. I'm gonna make it about you right now. I wish
Nice.
you could stay here. I'm so glad we got to have this. You're a wonderful bright light. For those that don't already know you, this is your camera. Plug away how they can find you and all the great stuff.
Okay, come find me on Instagram at It's Emily or itsemily.com or YouTube at It's Emily or Facebook, and join me there and come check out my show.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Emily, for being our special guest today. Wherever you are in the world, wherever you're streaming, I hope you find the good in your day.
And
We'll
sweat.
see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend.